state is a totalizing state. It wants to observe everything. It wants to know everything. It wants to write everything in the tables of power.
For all those looking to kick the habit of mommy and daddy, this is the Angel Clark Show.
Welcome to the Angel Clark Show on RadioFreedom.us. Today is Tuesday, January 28th, 2014. We have a lot of news to discuss today. I think the first thing that I want to start off with is a little bit of entertainment news. Well, I mean, it's not really entertainment news. Social media news, right? Social media, because I'm very into social media. Social media is what I spend, to be honest, I spend most of my time doing it, right? I spend a lot of time on social media, and I saw this article today that it creeped me out. It legitimately creeped me out. And I'll tell you something. I spend like all my time on social media, right? But it's on my computer. It's not so much on my phone, it's on my computer. So I never really use the apps on my phone. Well, because first, I don't really go out much. But second off, because I don't like all the permissions that these apps ask for, right? So in order to use an app, you have to give it all these permissions, right? You have to give them permission to stop your phone from going to sleep, and to I don't know, I guess turn your camera on, or to turn on the location, right, so that they know where you are. And it's a lot of permissions that I don't like, so I don't do it, right? I'm very careful when I put an app on my phone. I always read the app permissions first. Always, always, always. And you should too, right? You should too. Now, Facebook has now changed their permissions, their app permissions. And this is an update that apparently rolled out on January 27th. Now, I haven't seen it on my phone because I haven't updated my Facebook yet. But I'm going to be deleting it, obviously, right? I'm going to be deleting the Facebook app on my phone to the extent that I can, because my phone actually has Facebook built in as an app, and I can't remove apps that are built in, right? So I'll be uninstalling it and taking all my information out of it, but the app is still going to be on my phone, just not used, I guess, or turned on. So like, because when you buy a phone now, they come with certain apps that are just pre-programmed in, and for some of them you can't take those apps off, so you're kind of stuck with them forever. Anyway, so Facebook had an update, and in this update they changed the permissions, right? And so the new app permissions, here's some of the things they needed to change, right? One of the first ones. Read your text messages. That's right. If you're using Facebook on your smartphone and you approved that update yesterday, guess what? You gave Facebook permission to read your text messages. Now, here are some of the other permissions, right? Another new one is change network connectivity, connect and disconnect from Wi-Fi. So that means that it can change the internet connection on your phone, and I'm not a fan of that concept either. I'm not. I don't like to use unsecure internet connections, but yet now this Facebook app will be changing your internet connections. Also, right? Draw over other apps, prevent phone from sleeping, reorder running apps, retrieve running apps, toggle sync on and off. So it can turn the syncing on and off. See, I can't sync my Facebook with my phone. I can't do it. Right? For a lot of you, you probably can. You have your phone books, your contact list, right? Your people in your phone, you've got that synced with your Facebook. Well, I have 5,000 people hooked up to my Facebook, and that's, I can't, my phone doesn't have the memory. It doesn't have the memory to have all those contacts in it. I have the crappiest phone in the world. I absolutely do. Part of why I never use it. So I don't have enough memory in my phone to keep my contacts, my actual contacts, and all my Facebook friends on there. So I don't sync Facebook with my phone. But with these new permissions, Facebook would allow itself to sync. It would automatically sync. It would turn sync on and off whether I want it to or not. Now, here's another change, right? Here is another change. Hardware controls. Change your audio settings. Record audio, take pictures, and videos. So this means that Facebook would be able to record audio, would be able to take pictures with your phone, and would be able to take videos with your phone. And you've already given them permission to do it. So let's think about this for a minute. We already know that they can prevent my phone from sleeping, right? Or basically turning off. And we already know that it can sync with things with my phone. And then we already know that it can connect to a different internet connection, right? It can change my internet connection. And then it can record audio or take pictures or videos. So, I mean, that's kind of creepy, isn't it? And then the whole reading your text messages thing is just really, really weird. Oh, and then, by the way, another change, your personal information. Add or modify calendar events and send email to guests without owner's knowledge, right? So it can send an email without your knowledge, read calendar events, plus confidential information, read your own contact card. So that's just not okay. Look at all these changes. Look at all this information that Facebook is demanding, and look at all the permissions that they want, all the things that they want to do. Now, why is it that Facebook wants to read my text messages? What the hell are they going to do with my text messages? I cannot think of a situation where Facebook needs to read my text messages. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Now, apparently, there are, quote, legitimate uses for this permission. Well, Facebook attempted to integrate text messages into their mobile apps, right? So Facebook had tried to make it so that it would, send text messages, right? You could send text messages through Facebook. But this just doesn't work for me. It does not. Well, because think about it for just a moment. Do you trust Facebook? Do you trust them? I don't. Of course, we already know that the NSA is monitoring our phones and our text messages, right? We know that. But I certainly don't want to give anyone else permission to do it. Not that I've given the NSA permission, but I'm certainly not going to give it to Facebook. Right, we have to step away for just a moment. The Angel Clark Show will return.
This is the Angel Clark Show.
Welcome back to the Angel Clark Show. So I want to get back into this Facebook permissions thing because I'm just really bothered by this, right? So here is an excuse, right? Here is an example of why Facebook would want to read your text messages. If you add a phone number to your account, this allows us to confirm your phone number automatically by finding the confirmation code that we send via text message. Oh, well, I mean, that sounds kind of like a normal thing, I guess. Although, who wouldn't be willing to take the extra, I don't know, 2 seconds to type in a 3 or 4 digit code? Right? It's not that difficult. Or here's an example for why they would want to download files without notification. This allows us to improve the app experience by preloading newsfeed content, right? Or why they would want to read or write your contacts. This permission allows you to import your phone's contacts to Facebook, and then you can sync your Facebook contacts to your phone. I can't trust them. I really can't, right? So we put this article on noarmycanstopanidea.com, right? It's right there. I think it's one of the featured posts, but there's this chart, right? I guess it's more of like I don't know, a graph kind of thing, some kind of image, right? Some kind of image that shows how much data Facebook shares with people, how much of your data Facebook shares with people, right? And, well, it shows how much more of your data they've been sharing with people since they started. Right, so it starts in 2005, right? So when you look at this in 2005, it seems like, well, they really only just kind of share your data with you, right? And then the next year, 2006, they branch out and they start to show your data to more information. It's not just you and your actual friends, but it's you and your friends and your friends' friends. Right? And then it's you and your friends and your friends' friends, right? All these networks, and they can see your pictures, and they can see your name, and they can see what you like, and they can see where you live, and they can see who your friends are. And I mean, it's gotten to the point now, right? It's gotten to the point now where I can go to most people's Facebook pages. I can find out where they work. I can see normally at least 5 pictures of them, but in most cases, it's a few hundred pictures of them. I can see posts on their wall by other people. I can see articles that they've shared, comments that they've made, comments that their friends have made. I can see what they've liked. I can see the movies that they've read, books they've read, movies they've seen, music that they listen to. I can see all of that and not even know the person. So I can go to a complete stranger's Facebook page, and I can find out just about everything about them. I mean, that's pretty alarming, right? The amount of information that people make public is, it's pretty intense. Just how much you can find out about people without even knowing them. And so Facebook has been making that available to more and more people, and they made it more difficult for you to not share that information. Like, they've made it more difficult for you to keep that information private. And that's where we're at now, right? That's the point that we're at now. If you have a Facebook account, it's more difficult for you to keep your posts private, and to keep where you work private, and to keep where you live private. It's difficult. It's very, very difficult if you're on Facebook. And let's be honest, most of us are on Facebook. I don't post personal things on Facebook. Not really, right? I mean, I'm very aware of the fact that I have a lot of people connected to it, and that it's public, right? Like, every post that I make is public, and I do that for a reason, because I treat Facebook as if everything that I post is something that I would say to the media and my grandmother and my father, right? That's how I use Facebook. I do not post things on Facebook that I don't want the world to know. And it's that simple. Everything that I post on Facebook, I post as if it's completely public, because it really is, right? It's all really public. But for Facebook to want these permissions. I just find it to be alarming. I do. So if I were you, right, if you were me, one of those kinds of situations, I would not, I would take Facebook off my phone. I'm taking Facebook off my phone. I am. These new permissions, it's excessive, right? I'm sorry, Facebook. You're not allowed to read my friggin' text messages. You're not. And the fact that you want to tells me a ton about you. And let's be honest, we already knew that, right? We already knew that Facebook is skeevy. We did. We absolutely did. I kind of have to use it for work, right? Social media. So that's what I do. So that means that I use social media. But, sorry, Facebook. You don't get to read my text messages. You don't get permission to record audio and take pictures and videos on my phone. I'm so, ew. Why do they want to do that? But why do they want to record audio and take pictures and videos with my phone without my permission? You know why. Maybe we have to step away for just a moment. The Angel Clark Show will return.
Class isn't over. It's just begun. This is the Angel Clark Show.